So we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hello everyone, I hope you are all doing well. It has been a while since I filmed my last video. I am just going through some personal things right now and I just haven't been focusing on the video like I should be, but it seems that things are turning around and I am giving this more of my time, which is a good thing. So the coronavirus restrictions have lifted where I live. We can now go to more public places, and even though there's no one here, there never is anyone here during around this time of the year, especially at this time of night. So now I can vlog outdoors, which is really, really exciting. I thought for my very first outdoor vlog that it was probably a good idea to do a self-portrait, and I know that you guys really love my self-portraits and I appreciate all of your feedback on them and all your support. And I know there's been some curiosity to see how I create them, so that is what we're doing tonight. I'm currently at Shuswap Lake. We call this area Sunny Brae, and it is one of the local landscape areas that I often go and photograph. This is where I've practiced a lot of my landscape photography before branching out internationally. I've taken many, many photos here. I love it here. It's so quiet, it's so peaceful, it is so calm. There's usually a lot of good reflections in the water in this area. However, it was just recently a bit windy, but it has now since died down since the sun is going down. The light is still a little bit too harsh for me to start photographing. I'm waiting for it to get more of those blue and pink tones, and then I should be able to do a self-portrait. I'm going to wear a blue dress tonight because I think that the blue is going to go really well against the blue of the sky and the blue of the water. I am retiring the yellow dress for the evening, but it will definitely be making an appearance again soon. The cool thing right now is that the water level is high since it is May, so we are just approaching our high water. And what happens is that the rocks that are along the shorelines are now half submerged. So now they look like little floating islands, which make a perfect little area to sit on for a self-portrait and pose. I love photographing portraits or self-portraits on rocks in the water because I find that you can get more variety of poses. You can sit, which changes things greatly. You don't have to stand and worry about your head cutting off in the sky or the horizon line. The challenge tonight is that there are not many clouds in the sky, but that's okay because I'm hoping to get more of a pastel sky versus a sky full of clouds. I kind of already knew coming out here that it would be cloudless, but that's all right because the focus of the image is going to be on myself and the rock and then just the mountains. So the sky isn't necessarily important for this one. There's not many reflections right now because the water is slightly choppy, but what my plan is to do a long exposure so I can smooth out the water because I never really like ripply water in my images. You all know I'm a long exposure shooter, and I think that the smooth water is going to help just keep the eye focused on the self-portrait. I think that I have been sitting here long enough waiting for the sun to go down, so I'm going to head on over to this rock that I picked and I'm going to get changed and get ready to do my self-portrait. So the nice thing, now that it is pretty much summertime, is I no longer have to wear gumboots and pants underneath all of my selfie dresses. I can now just go in the water barefoot or with sandals and not have to be freezing cold and worry about frostbite. Composition for this image could not be more perfect for a self-portrait. The rock is big enough to fit a human on there and a dress nicely laid out amongst the rock. And then the mountains create a really nice V at the top of the frame, which helps keep you drawn into the center. If there is enough light coming in from the side, which there is tonight because that's where the sun was setting, then that definitely helps when the light hits you for your self-portrait. That definitely helps separate you from the background. Such a nice evening. I love evenings like this where it's warm but a little bit chilly, that you do still need a jacket. It was super windy earlier, but it has died down since, so there's just a slight breeze. But it's so calm and quiet out here. It's perfect. It is pretty much the perfect therapy place. I will say that I am very lucky to live where I live. So I'm doing the long exposure image first, so to smooth out all the water and hopefully get some streaks in the clouds. There's a tiny bit of clouds just where the mountains V that are a little bit pink, which is cool because I was actually hoping for that because I think the pink will go really nice against the blue. So for that long exposure, I'm using a 10-stop ND filter. Of course, I'm using a screw-on B+W filter, one of my favorites. Not using any graduated filters. I'm not using anything else for this image, just the one 10-stop ND filter. And then after I get that long exposure image, I will then change into my dress and then I'll walk out into the water. And how I'm going to pose for this is going to be sitting. I'm going to be using the Canon remote app, which is so incredibly handy for doing self-portraits. If you decide to do self-portraits, definitely get an app that works for your camera and your phone. It is a lifesaver because you can see yourself in it and you can see exactly how you're posing. For the long exposure, I am shooting at f8, ISO 100, and I'm going to go for about 40 seconds. I'm going to see what that gives me. I don't actually use a chart or anything for my long exposures. I just usually wing it. I don't recommend this. Don't do it. I have just been shooting long exposures for so long that I'm so used to not using anything to help me get a shutter speed time. And then for the self-portrait part of the image, I'm also going to shoot that at f8, ISO 100. I'm not too concerned about my shutter speed for that because I am going to be sitting fairly still for that image. So if it's a little bit slower, it's not really going to matter. You will not see any movement. If I am moving the dress at all, then yes, you would definitely see a blur in the dress. But I plan to be sitting there as still as possible.
Side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
This self-portrait is actually working out really, really well. I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. The rock was perfect to sit on. This is the dress color that I wore. This dress was perfect on there. I think I got a pretty good pose. I'm actually really, really excited about this. It's okay that there wasn't any clouds in the sky because it's just a overall really nice evening. And I think that the long exposure water is really what is going to help this image just pop. I'm very, very excited about it. I'm so happy that I came out to shoot tonight, and I'm happy that you guys came along with me. The water's really, really warm, and I'm just really happy that it's summer, even though we're in coronavirus times. Just can't be happier right now. Here is the final result from this evening's selfie shoot. I am so happy with how this turned out. It was pretty much exactly what I had envisioned before going out there. I knew that I would be able to find some sort of a rock to sit on. I honestly don't think that this one could have been more perfect than it is, especially how it slightly slants to the right. That makes it perfect for when your legs are sticking out. It doesn't look like they're kind of hugging up into your chest. I absolutely love the side light from just after sunset that is hitting my body. And I think that it gives some warmth to the image and also gives some separation from me and the background. If I could do anything differently on this image when I'm shooting it, and I probably could have done this in Photoshop, but I just left it, is I would have had that horizon line just above my head, so it wasn't cutting through my head. But again, the light hitting my body, I think, helps separate me from the mountain background. I already knew that there was going to be no clouds in the sky when I was going out there, so I'm okay with the little wispy ones that are there. I love that they are that nice pastel-y pink because that is also what I was hoping for. But overall, I'm incredibly happy with this image. It is a blend of me just sitting on the rock and then a long exposure. It could have been focus stacked. The background is not as sharp as it could be, but it really is a self-portrait image, and I don't find that that matters if it's sharp through and through, as long as the subject is sharp. Anyways, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this outdoor vlog. I loved making it, so I definitely know that this is more of what I want to keep doing. And I guess this would have been a little bit of a behind the scenes of shooting this self-portrait. I'm so happy that it's summertime. It makes shooting these self-portraits a lot easier to do. No more cold toes. Would really appreciate it if you guys would like this video to help me out, to help me grow my channel and help me bust through the YouTube algorithm. And I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe. Again, I definitely plan on making more content, and YouTube is something I would love to keep in my life and grow as a business. I hope that you guys have a good day, good evening, wherever you are, and I will see you again soon. Bye!